want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. We'd like to give double honor to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone and Rulewell. Blessings and salutations to the whole collect. And was in this gospel broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, wherever it may be. We out here another week in, week out, prophesying the end of this wicked-ass satanic kingdom and you weirdos that harbor America, Babylon the Great. And we out here to straight up tell you, straightforward, you're going to be destroyed, man. All right? Because what I'm realizing with these fucking people in this city is that there's a bunch of bitch-assness going on among these losers in Kansas City, man. And we're going to put judgment on Kansas City today. Right. You know, because the Most High can't fuck you people up quick enough. Right. With your passive-aggressive attitudes, with your lackadaisicalness, okay, your folly, your false prophets. And this place is just a fucking joke, man. You know, so the prophets are set up to come out to let you know that, hey, repent or you're going to be destroyed. And we ain't going to say it nice to you. We're not going to hunker down and be all tranquil with you. We're going to straight up tell you, repent or be destroyed, man. Whatever precept, we'll let the Spirit run it.
This is in Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery.
It says, woe to the bloody city. It's full of lies and robbery, man, because, you know, this whole system is set up to keep us in a pit. As the scriptures refer to America as being a pit, a system that we all are trapped in. All right? You can't get out of debt. You can't pay the bills on time. And when you are trying to stay above water, there's always something else to deter you, man. Because this is a fraudulent-based system. But yet, when you ask the so-called Negro, what's his definition of salvation or being delivered from hell, he would tell you, oh, getting money. Money ain't a fucking deliverance, man. Especially when it's a debt currency.
Right.
Now, the scriptures do say money is a defense, but it's a constant, a rat race to get to the top here, man. I look at my credit card statement today, and I paid the fucking bill, but it posted a day late, and they charge you interest and a late fee. They charge me a $30 fucking late fee.
Right.
But wait a minute, man. Let's just say if I couldn't pay the bill, why would you tack on more interest and more payments to a person that can't make the payment on time? Is that gonna force them to pay it? Fuck no, man.
Yeah, because everything has been turned upside down here, really.
Yeah.
Because the scriptures tell you you're not supposed to oppress a poor man. If a man has a credit card, that's a man that needs the money. So why would you penalize him more for being late? See, the scriptures talk about having an open hand towards your brother, not putting usury in. But in this society, everything's backwards. So the poorer you are, the more likely you are to incur a fee, a late fee. You know, get behind on a couple bills or get a ticket and see what happens. See, that's the backwardness here of America, man. And that's why we put curses up on it.
Yeah, and this is why we put curses up on this fucking place, man. Every day, like the apostle said, put curses up on America and predominantly this city. Because, hey, brothers, this place is going to burn. Yeah. This city is going to burn, man. And the Most High has something special against this place because ain't nowhere in hell that the men of the Lord are out here week in and week out. But yet, people are still in that fucked up spirit. And we understand that the scriptures say that according to how it was in the ancient world, how men have waxed worse and worse. So we understand the dynamic that this was going to be a wicked society. But overall, just you people are irritating, man, all right? And we tired of looking at your ass.
That's right.
Tired of dealing with you, man. You deal with these passive-aggressive hoes, these clown-ass Jakes out here, these clown-ass Edomites. They want to say little slick shit under their breath, but then when you rise up to check them, they want to get the police involved, man.
Nahum 1 verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling wheels and the prancing of the horses and the jumping chariots. And that's describing the traffic that goes on, not just in this city, but America. Like right now, it's kind of calm because it's hot as fuck. Everybody indoors, man. But if you watch our camp, let's say in 2 or 3 months, it's gonna be active. Why? Because the weather cool down and the fucking football shit pick up.
Yeah.
So you have a lot more foot traffic, a lot more visitors, man.
Yeah.
But that's how this place operates, is getting you to spend money.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
full of lies and robbery.
Yeah. Because there's no truth in the land, man. Yeah. And you know what? In the through the spirit, I pray that I pray that everything is shut down by then, man.
Yeah.
Because the video was sent out yesterday of this one guy. He got a letter in the mail to register for selective service. Now we know that they've been doing that. Like, you know, you 18 years old, you gonna get the letter in the mail saying you got to register for selective service. It's just something they pass out. But overall, they're really enforcing that now because they're getting ready to go to war. So between now and this selection, whoever wins, whether it be that demon Kamala or that demon Trump, regardless, this place is gonna fall, man.
That's right.
You Kansas Cityans, you getting ready to see you getting ready to see death out here.
Right.
On a national scale.
One more verse.
Go ahead.
It says, the horseman lifted up the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their carcasses. They stumble upon their own corpses.
Yeah, because the scriptures say that the dead should be cast out as dung. So when the first hint of civil war takes place, hey, you're gonna have hundreds of thousands of people that's laid out in the streets, man.
Yeah.
People gonna literally be walking over dead bodies, and the scriptures say nobody's gonna be there to till these dead bodies. So you ain't gonna have the ambulance or the mortuary people come and put shit in body bags and carry it to the morgue to process it. Nah, they gonna leave you right here to rot.
Yeah.
And as you rot, that's gonna bring in motherfucking famine. That's gonna bring in pestilence. Those dead bodies and that blood is gonna bring in animals from the wilderness, and they gonna come and dwell in these cities, man.
A couple more.
Go ahead.
Nahum 3 verse 3 again. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses because of the multitudes of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. You see, and this is a place that is ran off of dark black magic, man.
Yeah.
Because last night I was watching that movie, The Exorcism, that came out this year. It was basically about how these demons and spirits get attached to movies and shit, man. Because, you know, one of America's top exports is culture and media. So that Hollywood shit is a very big thing. And in that movie, they was breaking it down on how certain demonic movies, they always have, what you say, bad luck or bad thing happen.
Yeah.
And the dude, the actor Russell Crowe, I ain't gonna spoil the movie, but hey, he got possessed because he was acting in a demonic movie, man. But that's how this whole place is ran, not just the movies, but everything.
He got possessed for real? In real life?
Well, in the movie.
In the movie. But a lot of times in those movies they do be possessed. Like a lot of times they gotta go before like priests, and they gotta like I don't know if y'all saw that the first Candyman movie, that white chick. They said they had to put on the hypnosis, bro.
Yeah.
Like when the nigga, like when the Candyman character was kind of like seducing her and shit, and when she looked like she was in a trance, she was under hypnosis, man. You know, because she couldn't tolerate the bees. Allegedly the bees, because they were real bees. But they said they had to put on a hypnosis so she could do our role. And that's common among a lot of these movies, man.
Yeah.
They'll go in there, they'll do their drugs, they'll pray their little deities and shit. Hey, the dude that played Pennywise, he said it took him weeks to kick that demon, man. Because he had to tap into that role. Same thing with Heath Ledger. Jack Nicholson warned him, like, look, you play this role, you're going to have to tap into some dark spirits, because those spirits that harbor these characters are real, man.
Yeah.
That's why it says the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, because everything from the businesses to the skyscrapers to the restaurants to these fucking people is all goddamn witchcraft, man.
That's right.
Yeah. And it basically runs on favor, you know, because America doesn't really offer anything, but they still have a lot of favor going on in the world. You know, America's entire power infrastructure is based on the U.S. dollar, and that's basically a giant IOU. It's basically other nations are saying, well, listen, America's gonna pay it back anyway. So basically, they give America the benefit of the doubt, man. But all you have here is debt. So this is the well-favored harlot, man. That all they produce is wickedness, man. You got feminism and rainbow agendas going across the earth now. How do they make it to the Olympics, man? You know, every nation is consented with it.
Well, the money is with sorcery. The whole Federal Reserve, the IDF, all that shit is all based in sorcery, witchcraft, man. Because when you look at the dollar, it's considered a talisman. You brothers know what you know what a talisman is, don't you? Talisman. What you think it is? It's basically, a talisman is basically like It's like something that sorcerers or witches use to harness power from. It has a lot of symbology in it. It's like a wand almost, a talisman. So like when you look at the dollar, it's a lot of cryptic messages on there and shit. They showed you with the $100 bill, I believe the 50 and the 20, they show basically the symbology of the World Trade Centers getting hit. So basically, it foretold they left-hand prophecies on the money, which is, you know, witchcraft. It's a talisman, man.
Sometimes a talisman to be a pendant. It'll be a warlock or something. They'll wear something with some demons on it.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
something that anything they can imbue power with, a wand, a staff, you know. And that's a lot of that's going on here, man.
Like, look up the Chicago, I think it's called the Harold Washington Library, is on Michigan Avenue. You look up that building, it's talismans on top of it. They have these gargoyles sitting on every edge of the fucking building. There's one on that corner, one in the middle of that corner, and they're just sitting, hovering over people. That has a vibration. And one day the Lord showed me a dream that them things came, there was a spirit behind it, and they came alive. They start fucking people up, man. The Lord's getting ready to open the floodgates of hell here, man, especially in this fucking city, man.
That's right.
You fucking people in Kansas City, you're gonna fucking die, man.
That's right.
From the women to the men to the children, all you people getting ready to get jacked up out here.
Ah.
All right? The prophet's been out here. We've been warning you. We've been out here over a decade telling you to prepare for the impending danger of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, but yet you want to come up and scoff and gainsay against the men of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
We talk about the full moon.
Yeah, like that bald head nigga that came up last week. Hey, don't come back up here, man. You're not welcome. All right? Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8 says, Behold, the eyes of Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom,
That's right.
and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh.
Yeah, that sinful kingdom being here, America. It's twofold. It's talking about Israel, because we know that Israel was given the commandments, but it's talking about America as a whole. This is that sinful kingdom. Okay, this is that society or that kingdom that all the nations on the planet Earth has come here and they got delicacies and riches off this place, man. You know, this is why the Saudis were so rich, because they had a contractual agreement with Petro and it made them rich, man. You know, same thing with the Chinese. They own 95% of America's, they pretty much China own America, man.
Yeah.
They buy all the debt, you know,
Farmland.
farmland, everything, building, all this shit, man.
Really, they own America from the manufacturing standpoint because America is exporting all their production over to China. America don't make anything.
No.
Most American businesses, look, when it comes down to it, most of these American businesses that are multi-billion dollars, it has nothing to do with food, shelter, or anything of production. It's Starbucks, it's tech companies, all right? It's all service class stuff.
And hoes.
Right. They don't produce lumber, they don't produce iron anymore, all right? America's exporting even cars now, man. But they're all being made over there in China. Even microchip technology is exported where? Out of Taiwan and China.
Yeah.
And America heavily relies on that kind of stuff. So y'all don't make it. So that's how China's really spoiling America.
Yeah.
Because if China just said fuck you, we'll take the L on the U.S. dollar, then what is America gonna do, man?
They're gonna default.
That's it.
Because like when you even Nike, most Nike, you got three major plants. You got a Nike plant, China, Taiwan, and Indonesia. Those are the three main sources that they create these Jordans and Nikes and all these shoes. They come out of like three major plants, you know, and that's a huge commodity here. Like it costs what, like $1, but a couple of cents to make some shoes over there.
Yeah.
But they come over here and sell them for $200 a pop. You know, but this is how they get rich, man.
Right.
It says, All the sinners of my people shall die. It's like this. Verse 9 says, Below, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. Like as a corn is sifted in a sea, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, but say the evil shall not overtake or prevent us.
Yeah, and that's going into the wickedness of our people, because 2/3 of Jake, they totally comfortable with it, man. Jake don't want to leave Babylon the Great. They cool here, just like they murmured to Moses in the wilderness to the point that Most High was getting ready to destroy their ass. Because he was like, you know what, I'm tired of hearing this shit, man. I'm feeding them manna, I'm giving them water, I'm giving them light by day, fire by night. You know what I'm saying? They fed. Jake was taken care of in the wilderness, man. The only thing they did was complain. To the point that Moses was like, you know what? I want to give up the spirit because I can't deal. Just imagine you dealing with every nigga.
Right.
And because everybody that was here today was in the wilderness at some point in time. Generational means, man. So just imagine dealing with these niggas. Cardi B's, Megan Thee Stallions, Jay-Z's, man. Kia Boys.
Yeah.
Just imagine dealing with that shit, bro.
Right.
Sexy Reds, man. False prophets. You know Al-Azhar and them was there. They put more hell on Moses than anybody else, man.
Right.
You know? But see, you niggas want to stay here. You love the oppression. You know?
It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Yeah, that's there, and the house of David is being risen up now, starting with the elect first. Starting with the men you see out here with the builders, man. We're part of that tabernacle of David. Lord's will, Lord's will, we're part of the elect. We're building up, man. Okay, starting with the elect men. Because what I'm realizing too in Israel, it's a lot of bug outs in Israel, man.
Yeah.
Stalkers, weirdos, false prophets, niggas that's trying to get the crybabies. Yeah, Van Ashton, fucking soft ass. Hey, the Most High's gonna put you to death, nigga. All right. Who the fuck sits in the fucking camera with a goddamn GTA modded hoodie on and cry at the camera, man? You a special kind of slow, ain't you?
We know your ass watching.
Yeah, you watch with his bitch ass, man. Fuck, where you from? Where nigga from?
He a
Yeah, a
Houston
dirty ass Houston nigga,
Yeah,
man.
he a Houston nigga.
Yeah, may the Most High destroy you, man. All right, you bug out.
It says,
He get mad at us because we threw curses up on the fucking. What you mad for,
Hey,
man?
you about to be next.
Yeah, you
Playing.
next, crybaby.
right. It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathen, which are called by my name, says Yahweh, that doeth this. Behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper,
Yep.
and the treader of grapes him that soweth seed. And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt.
That's describing a uprising, man.
Yep.
See, the plowman shall overtake the reaper, because the reaper is the one that gets all the
Benefit.
gets all the profits.
Yeah.
But it said they shall read that part where it say they shall possess. But we talking about slavery, man.
Yeah.
Something they want you to forget about. This about to be a everyday thing, man. See? Oh, slavery, that was 400 years ago. No human being should ever own another human being. That's not what the Bible say.
Right.
The Bible say that's all right. Starting with her. I'll claim her. Go ahead, Al.
Continue on the point.
It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all the heathen which are called by my name, saith Yahweh that doeth
And
this.
specifically Edom, so-called white man, must be in chains, man. He
Gotcha.
must be a servant. He must be a slave. Thus saith the Bible.
Perfect. That's right. And you got to look at this guy as what he really is, man. If you know who Jeffrey Dahmer is, right? You don't just let the nigga just walk around free without chains, man. You know it's a matter of time before somebody gonna be in his refrigerator, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how you got to look at the devil, man. He shouldn't be just walking around free, talking about democracy, man. No, his ass got to be put in chains, man. That's how wicked this individual is. He is literally the villain of the earth, man.
So you see this modern day festival of Dionysus, man. That whole Olympic shit, that Greco-Roman custom. That's all that goes back to, because when you look at the ancient relics of the Feast of Dionysus and the Feast of Festival of Bacchus, it was based on orgy, child sacrifice, land with kids. They even showed the statues. They have the men on the men, the women on the women, and they be holding hands like the little boy, man. This is all coming back. This is nothing but the Greco system coming back again. This is why you have Pride Day Parade. This is why you have that creepy ass Olympics, like the fat bitch that's supposed to did the Last Supper. Now allegedly she's suing them now because of some type of shaming, something like that.
Right.
Like, get the fuck out.
She got backlash.
Yeah, she got backlash for being a fat,
Right.
Miss Muffet looking bitch.
But bitch, you did the front lash. You know what I'm saying? You knew what it was. You knew you was mocking, man. And those Christians got mad. Now, to be honest, that ain't totally off, because Jake did conflate those holy days with the scriptures, man. Because if you look at Dionysus, that feast, The counterpart to that in Rome was, I believe, Bacchus.
Bacchus, yeah.
And that is what you have today as Mardi Gras. Now, if you know anything about Mardi Gras is actually what dictates Easter, man. Because you have that Fat Tuesday, and then right after that you have Ash Wednesday. And that's 40 days after Ash Wednesday, what they call Lent. All right, and Lent is what determines how they get to their Easter. So it's all based on that Mardi Gras season, man. You know, so they conflated, you know, the Feast of Bacchus with so-called Christianity. You see, but Esau is mad because the Last Supper gets portrayed by some momos, some overweight momos, man. But you evangelicals, y'all been making mockery of the scriptures, man, because the Lord's Supper is not biblical. There wasn't no table full of Edomites sitting there with the Lord, man. The Lord is not an Edomite.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, please up. Bring it out. I got something real quick, man. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 1. And I'm going to start at verses 1 and 9. It says here, the thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which should be done. And there's no new thing under the sun. So all these festivals and stuff like that, these parades, the Irish Day parade, all that goes back to Greco-Roman, actually ancient Babylon and Assyria, but it was repackaged back into ancient Greco-Roman customs, man. Yeah. You know, because it all dealt with freakism, lesbianism, dealing with children, all that shit, man. Like they had a holiday last month or 2 months ago called Pride. You know? And they was in California. They was showing you openly. They was literally parading around kids, you know. And this is why they have what they call the NAM. It's called NAMBLA, National Association of Men and Boys Lovers, man. Because now, basically, they want to make it legal for an old man to be a pedophile to lay with a 6-year-old boy.
Right.
Like that attorney, like that prosecuting attorney. I forgot this nigga's name, but it was a video that some Jakes was chasing his ass because he was with a 13-year-old boy. Jake put his ass in a rear naked choke. But this is the same motherfucking nigga, a prosecutor attorney that locked Jake up and locked people up for dealing with for dealing with a younger woman. But yeah, you get caught with a 12-year-old boy. Right. So he had to step down, man. Yeah. You see the fucking hypocrisy of this place? Yeah. This is why they want to make that shit legal.
Brother said the thing that has been is already done. Now, even though the same inhabitants of Babylon is already here,
you might have guys lost on that.
Hey, no,
I kind of seen it down there. I don't know. I kind of seen about a Calvary, but I'll give you that one, man. I'll give you that one. Hey, she walked back here for a reason, man.
Brother, she like me, y'all. But can you read that scripture again? I know I'm what you had, Marlon?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, it says that the thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which should be done, and there's no new thing under the sun.
Right, there's no new thing under the sun. So all these spirits that was in the past, they here today. And why does the Lord have 8 billion people on the planet Earth? This is the most people that's ever been able to live on such a planet. Why? Because such a judgment about to come past. And like I'm saying, all them spirits that was in the past, they here today, but as me and the brother was saying, the spirits is more amplified. If you was a wicked nigga in the ancient world, you were ultra wicked, extra times 10 ultra nigga here in America, man. Yeah. Why? Because this place give you that avenue, man. And the witchcraft that runs on this place trickles down to the people, which turns them into straight demons, man.
That's right, man. If you want to be wicked, Esau got no problem giving you money, man. If you want to catch a bag here in America, just be as wicked as possible. Esau gonna back the money truck up for you, man.
Yeah. And it says here, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It says it have been already of old time, which is before us. So ain't nothing new. The technology has been here before. These freaks been here before. All right. The system. Hey, the Roman. This is nothing but the Roman system all over again. You got the courthouse. You got a senate. Okay. You got political parties. You got judges, magistrates, congressmen. You got all that here, man. Freaks. You know. Jake was getting high. Hey, they showed you that in the Book of Clarence. Them niggas was turning up, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, they had clubs in Rome. Jake, Jake was in that motherfucker rolling up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Money and shit.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls.
I claim them both, bro. Both of them.
You got one of the drivers?
I got it too.
Shabbat, still in Shabbat.
Yeah,
He pulled up.
Bring it on these
Y'all can have
home,
that.
you bring that back.
This is Jeremiah chapter. That's Satan out here, man. I'm trying to read the scriptures out here.
It's all good, brother.
Dr. Umar is watching me
We
right
must
now.
stay focused, brothers.
Yeah, and Dr. Umar, fuck the black woman, man. All right. And you know what, Dr. Umar, you deal with the Edomite woman, man. Ain't no way in hell you ain't got no grade. Ain't no way in hell you look that vibrant and dealing with the fucking black woman, man. You ain't dealing with. You know he deal with the Edomite woman on the low. Whoa, man. You'd be dumb if you didn't deal with the Edomite woman.
God. I'm going to read that again. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse
I deal with the
16.
Edomite woman.
It says, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein.
The old paths, the good way, and walk therein, man. This is why we coming back to our ancient customs, to do the work of the Heavenly Father. We're pushing a sentiment of righteousness in a wicked-ass, fucked-up world, man.
Right.
We're telling you people how to get in order. We're telling you women to submit to your men, but y'all don't believe that. But it's gonna come a time that you women, y'all gonna need men. Y'all ain't gonna be walking around like that, all naked and shit, man. 'Cause, hey, you walk around like that in the purse, they gonna grab your ass up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how many of them UN troops over here, they just looking at that, they licking their chops.
Yeah. These women gotta seek the old path.
Right.
Hey, cause, bro, them bitches look good, bro. Them hoes look good, bro.
Some of them just skinny, you know.
I don't care, bro. I love a skinny
They in
chick.
the world.
You know?
Let them be in the world.
And you know, Esau encourages this, man. You know, I found out recently how cheap the clothes are for women, bro. A bitch will wear a whole outfit like that, bro. That should literally be like $11, bro.
Bro, she go get
The whole outfit,
she
bro.
go to Rainbow. She go to Rainbow. She would go to Marshall. She would go to H&M. Hey, she'll put together a $15 outfit and have no money in our account. Credit cards maxed out.
Bro.
Drive a broken down 95 Focus and still curve your monkey ass.
Yeah.
Because prime example, right? She probably got an OnlyFans or she got niggas salivating at her feet, but yeah, she drives a raggedy ass Ford.
Yeah.
Right.
Attitude like that, you think she finna pull up in a Scat or a BMW? You know, you think she finna have on? She probably got 6 roommates, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you, bro.
Bathroom dirty as hell.
Yeah, it's a perception here, bro. It's witchcraft.
Smoke protector going off in the back.
Yeah. You tell a chick like that, like, look, you need me. I don't need you.
Yeah. And but you know what? The Lord is about to show. The Lord is going to do that for us, man. The Lord is literally going to shut everything down. You know, it's like I forget that scene. I believe it's like in Roger Rabbit, where some of it looks like a cartoon in black and white, and some of it is in color. That's how it's going to look in that day, man. Everything's going to look black and white. You're going to see a man of the Lord like he's living color. We're going to stand out that much, man. There's going to be a glow on us, you know? And the Lord's going to do that, man. But we're going to have to curb these women like that.
Oh, yeah, we playing. I'm at the real funny in that day.
But they were kind of looking at us right now, but in that day, we literally going to have to beat their ass, man. Like, bitch.
They
calm
was
your
kind of
ass
looking
down.
at Jay. They was looking.
How
Yeah,
could- How could you not?
because that women are opportunists, man. They opportunists. Right now, they got power. They got the system on their side, and this world is predicated to the worship of women, man. But you're not supposed to worship no fucking woman, bro.
Right.
She's a woman. She knows she's not supposed to be worshipped, but you got men like that.
Yeah.
You know, he just happy that she's even giving him attention. But yeah, she probably worked at Starbucks as a barista, bro.
Right.
In college, dad, stay with her mother, her parents. But yet he got to come with Bill Gates money, man. We ain't gonna have to do all that in Isaiah 4:1, bro.
Right.
Right. We'll read that again.
Go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls.
Yeah, because, you know, walking in the commandments of the Heavenly Father and doing what's right, it gives you peace at night, man. Knowing that, look, man, I'm serving the Lord to the best of my ability. And you ain't got to be out here on demon time, bro. Because when you compare us to Jakes in the world, they through, man.
Yeah.
Because we got something we actually fighting and we stand for.
That's right, man.
Jake don't. Jake is fucked up. They don't know how they gonna get their next meal. They don't know how they gonna pay their rent. And I mean, we go through stuff like that too, but they have no hope, man.
Yeah.
because their only hope is this system surviving, and this is why a lot of them jakes are gonna run down there in November and put that ballot in and try to keep this place afloat, bro.
Yeah,
right.
We ain't dealing with. We gonna sit back at home and laugh at that shit, bro.
And they gonna pray after they vote.
Yeah.
Pray to see.
And you still gotta beg for reparations. You gotta beg for things, and you know he ain't gonna give it to you.
Bro, you gotta
Deep down. You know he ain't gonna give it to you.
You gotta beg to get a livable wage, bro.
Right.
Like, how much is inflation? It went down a little bit, but it was as high as what, 9%?
Oh yeah, it hit 10 at one point.
Yeah, bro. And what they was giving, what, they gave you a 3 to 4% raise on the job. Now,
Right.
when you do the
It don't mean nothing.
Yeah, you do the math on that. This is 10%. This is 4%. You still got a 6% difference you need in order to make up.
Yeah, that means your buying power went down by 6%.
Yeah, because they said the average person need an extra $20,000 a year to survive, man.
Right.
They say nobody got emergency savings.
Hell no.
Yeah.
They say if you need a emergency expense for more than like 1,000 or 1,500, a lot of people can't afford it.
No.
They gonna pull out a credit card.
Meanwhile, the stock market is just going up and up and up and up. And only 10% of the population has money in the stock market. You see? So if somebody's winning, but not your ass.
Nah.
These average everyday people, their expenses are going up. But all of these Fortune 500 companies, they're winning, man. They're getting more and more and more, man. And when they get more profit, what do? They buy their own stock back. They don't even reinvest in it. They don't figure out a way to make cars cheaper. No, they reinvest it back into themselves, man.
Oh shit, brother. I found out. I did the research. They said car repairs. Y'all notice maintenance repairs are going up on cars.
Oh yeah.
They said
yeah.
since 2013 to this very day, there's been a 49% increase on just maintaining the vehicle. That's more, almost half, bro. And they said it's gonna go up. Also, in the auto loan industry, this is why I believe Toyota, one of them major companies, were getting sued because they found out among blacks and Hispanic and Asian buyers, even Native Americans, they found out that they were discriminated against and they were charged a higher interest rate, but they had the least default on loan payments.
Yeah.
And this is true, bro, because I remember the first time I got I got my bank account. Before I moved down here, I was inquiring about getting an auto loan. My bank told me straightforward. They said, well, you don't have a lot of credit established, but we can do a 6% rate. 6% is not, that's horrible, but that's not bad. It's a lot of people. So they was like, go to a credit union, you may get 3 or 4%. So I'm like, all right, bet. Get 3%, get approved for that, right? Like Edomite with the same credit score that I got, because at first they was trying to offer me a 10%. They gave the Edomite 2% with the same credit score, no credit history, but they gave me a higher rate based on my ethnicity. Because you would think about it like, wait a minute, if I'm applying for a line of credit to buy a purchase, why do they need to know where I stay at? Why do they need to know my social security? Why do they need to know my fucking nationality, man, if you just giving me money?
Right. That shows you it's an agenda.
Yeah.
Because they're basically forfeiting profits just to keep Jake out. Just to castigate Jake.
Yeah.
Same thing with the electrical vehicle market. They're losing money making electric vehicles, but they keep making them. Why? Because that's where Esau wants everything to go.
Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 8 says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire.
Right.
For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her. And they shall see the smoke of her burning. You know how this place go down, all these countries that invested in here that's making all this money, they also going to be crying.
Yeah, right.
You know, China's going to be upset. My cash cows are getting fucking blown up. burned up.
China don't really give a fuck.
But China don't fuck, yeah, China don't fuck with the place.
China don't really need this place, bro.
Right.
They don't need this place, man.
You're gonna have a lot of countries looking far off, crying, man, because they're not getting that trade no more. As we read on further, it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. You know, like the brother's going into, the money getting ready to go, man. The money getting ready to crash. And the debt is at what, 34.9 trillion?
Yep.
That's almost $35 trillion, man. You can't bounce back from that.
They quadrupled the debt in 4 years more than any other time, man.
That's right.
That's right.
They quadrupled the debt, man.
You know they're not gonna pay it back because what are they doing? Every dollar you give them, they spending $1.50, man.
Yeah.
And that extra 50 cents, that's debt that you got to pay back. They don't have to pay it back.
But precept here, this is the book of you got more on that, bro? Oh, yeah, sloppy. You got it.
It says the merchandise of gold and silver, precious stones, pearls, fine linen, purple, silk, scarlet, fine wood, all manner of vessels of ivory, manner of vessels of most precious wood, brass, iron, marble, cinnamon, odors, ointments, frankincense, wine, oil, fine flour, wheat, beasts and sheep, horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
Hey, slaves and souls of men. Slaves, brother. And that's how this place got rich, man. Oh, slaves. So when you act, and this is how you know that it was a wealth grab, that the elites, they totally liquidated this place because all the money, the free labor they got for slavery, the elites converted that over to gold, man. They took that.
Yeah.
They're like, here, we gonna give y'all this fiat currency. Y'all can take this shit because, yeah, because, bro, they're just like, and I show you how wicked it is, bro. Let's just say $1 200 years ago, people would look at that like, what the fuck is $1? But if I take a piece of paper and print something on it and make it and have the power to make it legal tender, that's all it is. It's legal tender. But it was not. But it's not legal. It's not worth anything, man. So when you think about the gold and the silver and the commodities they got off our slavery, the elites took that.
Right.
They got all that hoarded in bunkers somewhere. Switzerland, Swiss out, bro.
You still got
Yeah, they got that.
old money.
Old money
Y'all
because
niggas don't know about that.
because that's really our gold.
Yeah.
The shit they stole from us when the Romans raided us, when they took the, even when the Babylonians rolled on us, it tells us when we was carried away to Babylon, they took away, they raided the temples, they took our gold, our princely things, they took garments, they took all that, man.
Yeah.
And then once they went down, we was commissioned, I believe, under Cyrus to rebuild the temple. So they was like, okay, if y'all gonna rebuild the temples, then you can take some of this shit back and build it up and commemorate your God. But see, the king wrote him a letter and said, nah, you don't want to do that because if you allow these people to build up a temple to that God, they're gonna rebel against you and they ain't gonna pay tribute. He said, stop these niggas, stop the presses, man. But all that gold and silver and relics they got, that come from us, man. Because as the apostles went into, wealth is not destroyed, but it's merely transferred. Dollars and shit like that, that ain't wealth, brothers.
Yeah.
See, like when you got a nigga talking about, oh yeah, I got 200 bands, that ain't no goddamn money, man.
Yeah.
Real money is in silver, gold, livestock, property. You want to talk about wealth? Hey, own 100 acres of land, then we can talk turkey. That's when you got that bread, man.
Yeah. That's really the wealth because all resources come out of the earth.
Yeah.
That's why Esau used the sword to take all of this land. Why? Because he knew eventually he's gonna find gold here, he's gonna find oil over there. That's really the real wealth. Esau already spoiled everything, and you can't own anything here, you know.
And Esau knows that FRNs ain't real money. He ain't worried about it. I think he print that shit.
Right.
He'll print you $1 billion and give it to you. Because he knows that it's money in livestock. Matter of fact,
That's why they'll give niggas millions.
Yeah.
Like in the music business, they'll give you millions all day. What you can't have is your royalties.
Right.
You can't have your publishing.
Right,
See, that's true ownership, man.
Yeah.
And you know, the music business, that's just a small scale, but in general.
I got a precept. This is Genesis 13:1. It says, and Abram went out of Egypt, and he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver and gold. Cattle, silver, and gold. Bro, if you start a buffalo farm and you get a couple of little cows, man, hey man, you gonna watch your wealth increase. Because you could dictate the price in the market behind that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Cattle, you know, you got meat, you know what I'm saying? And then they also reproduce and create more. So that's something that's always, what they say, it's reproducing. So your money's making money for you. You say silver and gold, those things you can't do away with, man. They always gonna be on the planet Earth, man.
Right. The etymology of a dollar, it goes back, it's a weight of measurement. A dollar technically is an ounce of something.
Yep.
And now it used to be gold, but we now know that the price of gold, it's damn near, what is it, $2,500 now?
Almost.
For an ounce of gold?
I think it's almost 2 bands. Because last time I checked, it was like 18, 19.
Okay.
So it probably went up to like 20.
So that gives you an idea. That's an ounce. That's really what a dollar is an ounce And they used to denominate it by gold, but then you have something called a silver dollar. So a silver dollar is what, an ounce of silver. But now you look at these dollars, how is it $2,000 for 1 ounce of gold now? Because he's been printing money and giving it to you niggas, man. He can give LeBron James $1 billion and let him stay in Calabasas, California. Why? Because at the end of the day, he runs the sword. If he tells LeBron James, you evicted, you got to get out, guess what? He has the power to take all of that back. So he don't care about these dollars in somebody's account, man. That's just paperwork.
You know the example on that? Kanye West.
Yeah.
Kanye went on that Drink Champs. They said his net worth went from $1 billion to $400 million.
Yeah.
Overnight.
They chop half his.
It shows you they can just take all your shit and you just assed out, man.
That's right. That's right.
It says, verse 14, and the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off with the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company of ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off.
See? So the real wealth is getting ready to be inherited by the Israelites, man. All of this FRN dollar shit, that shit is going away, man. Because really, he's been defrauding the entire earth, man. All right, he's been taking land. He's been building up what? Military weapons. He has the means to take things from you. You know, and there's an old saying: you only have as much as you can protect. You know, like Uganda found all of that gold over there. That ain't their gold unless they can protect it, man. You can't stop Esau from coming through there and pillaging everything. Then guess what? You don't really have that money. You know. But I was gonna go to James real quick.
Yeah, you got it. Somebody get I think it's Proverbs 28:3. Start there.
This is the book of James, chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. You see? So the riches of this place, they decay over time. You know what doesn't decay over time? Gold. You know? Silver. That's why they call them precious metals, man. You can lay a brick of gold right there from 2,000 years ago. You can dust it off, it's going to look the exact same.
Hey,
See?
in a prime example too, Josiah, bro, he financed the whole Passover, man.
Yeah.
Bro, he had that
Money, bro.
Read this. This is the book of 1 Esdras 1, and I'm gonna start at 6. It says, offer the Passover in order. It says, and make ready the sacrifices for your brethren to keep the Passover according to the commandment of the Lord, which was given unto Moses. And that was unto the people that was found there. Josiah gave 30,000 lambs and kids, 3,000 calves, and the things were given of the king's allowance. Damn. And according to the promise to the people, to the priests, and to the Levites. And it says that to Hekiah and Zechariah and Silius, the governments of the temple gave to the priests of the Passover 2,600 sheep, 300 cows. All right? And it says, in Draconis and Samias and Nathaniel, his brother, and Asabias and Okel and Joram, captains over thousands, gave to the Levites for the Passover 5,000 sheep, 700 cows, man. That's a lot of livestock.
And you know what? Most people couldn't even afford to have that transported, man.
Yeah.
It would take about at least 1,000 men just to make sure all of that livestock could get a certain place, man. That's how much money we're talking about.
And you wonder how these devils get all that land? You notice how these Edomites, they get land, bro.
Yeah.
They easy sit on 20 acres.
Right.
But yet your ass is subjected to a plot of land and a 600 square foot apartment. That should anger you, Jakes, man.
Right.
Why do you live in an apartment, but they live, bro, Edom, you got some Edomites in Lee Summit that got farms out there, bro. I remember we done went out there and done some septic work. This dude had probably like 60 cows, 35 sheep, 100 chickens. And I'm like, wait a minute, man, how the hell did he get a hold of this shit? $1 million house. But yet I'm out here working and sweating in the sun, getting ready to go back to a 1-bedroom apartment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I scratch my head like, what the fuck is wrong with this picture?
A lot of times Esau passed a law for the so-called Native Americans that they can get certain benefits for and he won't tell nobody about it. He'll just claim he's a Native American. He'll slide in there and get some land,
$5
get some
Indian.
benefit, $5 Indians,
Yeah.
on the one drop rule. You know, we went out a couple of weeks ago over to this to this powwow, man. Hella Edomites, man. You know, just around lurking, man, claiming shit, man. So I'm gonna read the book of James, chapter 5, verse 3. It says, "Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days."
Yeah, and it's gonna come a time that when people realize that they getting played. See, the reason why people ain't roused up yet is because you still got banks that's operating and they're still fooled. See, these people that you call Americans, they're still under the inception that money is wealth. So as long as they got money to pay their bills and still go out and be wicked, they cool with that. But once the economy collapsed, because hey, I believe it was one bank in Canada that went under. You know what I'm saying? They said they need to pull their money out. People was like literally going batshit crazy because one of their banks out there went down. So when banks started to go down here in America, that's what's gonna wake these people up.
Right.
See, they can't see the writing on the wall because they still got, you know, they still got fucking Chili's, they got Walmart, you know, and their particular shopping venues. Because they think, oh, well, I got money, I got a credit card, I'm good. But if they were smart, they've been pulling their money out of these banks now.
Right.
You know? Like if you ask any of these people what's real wealth, they don't know what real wealth is, man. They don't know that real wealth lies in livestock, precious metal, not no fucking FRNs, man.
Right.
You know? But you can't tell them that because they don't know shit.
Right.
They're spoon-fed the poison that Esau gave them. And when you try to teach their ass something, they get a fucking attitude with you, man.
Right. Right.
Can't buy weed and gold and silver.
What was you talking about? What was you talking about?
Nah, you
Talking shit. Where you come from? North Street? Should have asked him to give a donate. Hey, you should have asked him, hey, give us $20,000 apiece.
Yeah.
He got it.
That.
Yeah, run that.
Verse 4, it says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, prior." Because Esau is paying you in a currency that you don't control the value of, man. If I give him a sheep, well, the sheep, you can't change the value of that because it is what it is. But when you pay somebody in dollars, we can do what? He can print the money, all right? He can control interest rates, all right? So this deal that you agreed in, you agreed to a salary, let's say $50,000 a year, but then he controls how much everything else costs, man. So this is how he's defrauded everybody, you see? And that's why everybody's crying out now. Why? Because a 40-hour work week don't get you the same thing it bought 2 years ago. Now you got to work 50 hours, 60 hours.
overtime,
80 hours.
You know?
DoorDash.
Yeah, now you good-looking women, you gotta undo a button at these waitress server jobs now. You know?
Oh, y'all know that the top percentage of people that do gig work is women. Hey, yeah, you go to a restaurant, there's always women picking up DoorDash. Women do DoorDash. Yeah, bro. Women do a lot of all these little so-called top models out. They do gig work, brothers. They ain't getting the money like they is, man. They ain't getting that money like that. Shit, one bitch, she went from making a couple bands on OnlyFans a month to just making probably like $150 a month because ain't nobody subscribing to the content no more. Like it's gonna get to a point that people are gonna be tired of beating their dick watching some bitch. They like, I just go get the real thing, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If she was smart, she could charge more for the real thing. But you got these hoes, they want their cake and eat it too. Like go on these particular sites with these escorts, man. I mean, you got bottom of the barrel bitches trying to charge you X, Y, and Z for the minute services. Like, hell nah, you ain't even all that. Like, if I'm gonna spend that type of bread with you, you gotta be a 20 on a scale of a 10, man.
Right.
At least let me know I'm gonna get my worth, you know, out of that shit. You fuck around, you get a bitch off there, she come to your crib, toes ain't done, breath stink, fresh out, cum dripping out. You don't want none of that, man. And I'm just using that as an example. Because I ain't never experienced that shit. But I'm just saying, these bro, they're dusty, man. And you men out there, you gotta man the fuck up, man. Y'all give these women too much power. This is why they do what they do.
That's right, man. I wanted to read this real quick in Job because this gives you an idea of wealth. It says, this is Job 42:12. It says, "So the Lord Yahweh blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning, for he had 14,000 sheep and 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen.
Right. See, and that's an economy right there. You got how many? What? 14,000 sheep. Man, you know how much land you gotta have to have 14,000 sheep, brother? That's literally like you gotta have your own plot of land, and this is why the Lord gave us land. Like when you go into the book of Joshua, it goes. And as a matter of fact, here, you look at the sign here. This is our inheritance, man. You know, this plot of land. Every Israelite that lived in these particular plots of land, hey, this was an economy set up, man.
Yeah.
We was able to trade with nations, and we was able to build up our economy. Ain't no way in hell that the tribe of Judah should have been self-servient, bro. They were sovereign, bro.
Right. And one of the things I mentioned, because our forefather Isaac had this, he had these springs, man.
Yeah.
He had those on lockdown. But we went to in Missouri. Imagine owning that land where that well, that hole in the ground come out, where all that fresh water come out of. See, that was wealth. People would have to come to him for fresh water. That was a bag right there, man. Fresh water, you know. So that's true wealth, man. You got a freshwater well in your backyard, and you got access to a major freshwater spring. That was wealth, you know. Isaac had that. He passed all of that down. And it says, verse 13, he had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. And that's the other point I wanted to make. Another means of wealth are your daughters, man. You know what you can get? You got a fleet of daughters, man, that look good.
Well,
You know?
the daughter's gonna be instant money, but the sons is money too.
Yeah.
That's why you want sons over daughters. I mean, obviously you're gonna get paid off the dowry with a daughter, but your son, he an automatic employee.
Yeah.
You ain't got a job interview for the nigga.
Right.
You say, you know what? This is what I need you to do. That's why, like, in these Mediterranean stores, they be having? They be having the little niggas work the counter.
Right.
The little, these Mexicans, you know, Northern Kingdom do it too. The little niggas work the counter.
Right.
You know, the dad or the uncle, he may be doing the cooking and shit, but the little niggas the one getting your money and all that.
Right,
You ain't gotta
right.
pay him extra.
Yeah.
He already stay in your house. Then eventually, once he get older, he gonna know the business.
Yeah.
So you ain't gotta hire no manager. You say, listen, you do this, bam, I'm gonna throw you this, bam. That's it.
Yeah.
So everything stays in the family.
Right.
This is why the male was so important, because basically to break it all down, it's called an inheritance. The man inherits the wealth. He inherits he inherits the kingdom.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why in the ancient world, when we had sons, your blessings would go to your first son. Even if you had a bitch that you had a kid with and you hate her and had to put her away, if you had an oldest son by her and you had a son by the wife you love, you still got to give the son of the hated wife the inheritance, man, because he's the oldest son.
Yep. So either way it go, you can't lose, man. If you an Israelite, you follow lost statutes and commandments, and we was in our own land, ain't no reason to lose.
Yeah.
You gonna have your business, you gonna have your employees already. If you got a daughter, what do you say? Give them to a man of understanding. You politic with the family, you marry your daughter off, so both of y'all can benefit.
Yeah.
It ain't just like, oh, my girl think your son cute, we should put them together. Nah, it was a business transaction, man.
Right.
You know what, brother? That shows us that type of order right there, which seems so simple, it's so complicated. My boy talking right now about your shot. It's so complicated to the Jake race today. I'm gonna ask you brothers something. Which one of your mothers taught y'all how to write a check?
Nope. The
What-
white man did.
Your mom told you how to write that?
No.
Who taught you how to open your first bank account? Keisha? Because we're so far behind, brothers, with these other nations, man. I was just meditating on it last night. I was like, with all this knowledge we have and wisdom we got, we don't know shit. Jake don't know how to till land. He don't know how to count shit. Bro, we're so behind. And that was all systematically done, bro. Bro, I remember 2 years ago, I was actually working on the streetcar right here with a couple of Edomites. We was doing the numbers on him. This one cat, bro, 19 years old, working a regular job. He said that he got a $3 million house. I said, what? But he never told me how he got it. He just said he got it. I'm pilking his brain like, well, how do you get it? Like, was it wealth transfer or whatever? Of course, the shit is inherited. But he wasn't giving it in and out on it, because in back his mind, he like, nigga, I ain't finna teach you how to do this.
Right.
But when you look at how Ishmael deals, how Elam deals, how Moab deals, even Esau, they teach their sons shit. You don't have that resource, Jake, because you grew up with a fucking nappy-headed, bitter black woman, man, that pushed your father away. And your father didn't know shit because his father wasn't there and his mom ain't teach him shit.
Right.
What's
right.
that term in the hood? You gotta get it out the mud.
Get it out of the mud, man.
Because Esau destroyed the
This is why Jake blow that money. When
Yeah.
niggas that get,
Yeah.
ain't nowhere in hell you blow $250 million in lifetime, bro. Hey, most niggas that got money, bro, most fighters, any fighter would tell you, any boxer would tell you, $35 million go quick.
Yeah.
The first thing nigga do when he make money, he go buy a fucking car.
Yep.
Then he go buy a goddamn house that he gotta pay on. Nigga, you gotta live in this house for the rest of your life. Be smart. If I only got $35 million to my name, why the fuck would I buy a $10 million house that I gotta upkeep the rest of my life, knowing that I ain't gonna get back in the ring and box? This is why a lot of niggas come out of retirement, bro.
Yeah.
Because they gotta pay that light, like Floyd Mayweather, bro. Hey, he may be rich because this place is finna be destroyed, but if Floyd didn't put his ducks in a row, he been fucked up, man.
yeah.
Because that money ain't coming in like it used to come in no more, man. How many cars that nigga got, bro?
Over 50.
Over 50 cars, like,
They
bro,
all
you,
black.
you know in GTA how you got that 50 car garage? That nigga got all that shit. Nigga got Rolex, $100,000 Rolexes. Like, what are you doing?
It's a horrible investment.
Yeah,
Cars,
they're on
cars
his
are
side.
horrible investments. You know, but the reason why is because Esau has turned everybody into hirelings, man. Like he's destroyed the patriarchal system, like the brother was speaking about earlier. Look, when you work for your own family, man, you are basically, you own stock. You're not just getting a salary. See, when you owned a lot of substance, man, a hireling's supposed to be your last resort. That's something you hire when you just need the extra manpower and you don't have enough sons in your own stock to do it. You see, but that's what Esau's turned everybody into. He's giving y'all salaries. And see, hirelings are not invested into the inheritance. They're just there to do the job and go home. And that's how he's got everybody here in America, man. We're all hirelings, man. There's nothing we're gonna reap from working 40, 50 years here from.
Right.
You see?
You ain't supposed to.
You just go work, come home. You're basically renting and leasing everything. And you think about it.
Well, you see, that's against the scriptures, though. Because the scriptures say a man is supposed to work for 7 years, and after that 7 years, you're supposed to take care of him, man.
Right.
Right. This is Spirit, Numbers 36. It's called the inheritance by marriage. It reads, you got something too, brother? Okay. It says, and the chief fathers of the families of the children of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of the sons of Joseph, came near and spake before Moses and before the princes and the chief fathers of the children of Israel. From Israel, and they said, the Lord commanded my Lord to give the land for an inheritance by lot to the children of Israel, and my Lord was commanded by the Lord to give the inheritance of Zephaliad, our brother, unto his daughters. And if they be married to any of the sons of the other tribes of the children of Israel, then shall their inheritance be taken away or taken from the inheritance of our fathers, and should be put to the inheritance of the tribes whereunto they are received. So it should be taken from the lot of our inheritance, man.
Right. That shows you that it's all tracked through the fathers, you know. So if you marry your daughter off, let's say you're in the tribe of Judah, all right, but then you marry your if you have a daughter and she doesn't marry, then basically your inheritance can go to your daughter. But if you marry her off, let's say to a tribe of Benjamin, well, now that inheritance that she's gonna go through the tribe of Benjamin. Why? Because she's of that household now. The tribe of Benjamin and that lineage has to take care of that, man. That shows you it's a transference of property, man. You know, that's how we got down. The men ruled things through
You say that in Spanish.
patrilineal descent back in the ancient world.
You say it in Spanish.
All right, but I'll go back. I'll read this one more time. This is Job 42. It says, Job 42 and 13, it says, he also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. And he called the name of the first Jemima, and the second Keziah, and the name of the third Karen Hapuk. And in all the land were no women found so fair as the daughters of Job, and their father gave them inheritance among their brethren. Now you know he had a lot of substance. Anytime your daughter's getting inheritance, that just means he got it. He just got enough, man. Because typically you would marry your daughter off, and they would get the inheritance of the man that you marry him off to. But if you date a woman in the ancient world and she got an inheritance, I mean her father had money, man.
So
You know?
Sirach 40 and 26. Yes, sir.
This is Proverbs chapter 28, start at verse 1. It says, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion. For the transgression of a land are the princes thereof, but by a man of understanding and knowledge the state thereof shall be prolonged. A poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaveth no food.
Yeah. Hey, he from the Spaniard side, brother. He not Manasseh, he not Manasseh.
Right.
Yeah, he's from the other side. So, yeah, but hey,
Anything about that, right? About my
nah, you can't.
where I come from. I can't.
No, I was just making
Where
sure.
I am in
I was
this
just
life.
making sure. I was just talking to see what the deal was, because you know a lot of people come up and they get our information, but we don't know who they are.
I gave you my card.
Yeah.
I do work with a mental health fund here. We're doing work for 10 years. We work particularly with reconciliation service.
Okay.
We're gonna need a lot of that shit here in Kansas City, you know that.
Yeah, we do good.
Mental health rehabilitation.
Mental health
It's
is.
already a problem.
It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse.
That's what we here to tell everybody.
Why is it getting worse?
See that right there?
Yeah.
There is hope. That's because America is getting ready to be visited by the Heavenly Father. This place is about to be hit with plagues. All right? And it's going to all end in a culmination of thermonuclear destruction. I don't know if we had a sign. Yeah. So the Bible spoke about this for thousands and thousands of years. This big, wealthy city being built up, ruling over the world, and then him visiting this place just like he did in the ancient time with Egypt.
Oh, you seen other Israelites before?
What?
You seen other Israelites
Oh, yeah.
before?
And the Bay Area.
Good.
And in California, in the Bay
You went
Area.
up
And
to-
I hang out on Market Street, the Bay Area. And I report myself to all groups of people because I think it's important living in this country that if you don't know who the other people that are living here are, where they came from, it's more important where their heads sit at.
Hey man, I got a little inside thing to tell you, man. Don't send your hitman and your spies or whoever to be harassing our pages, man. I'm just messing with you, though.
Because you just never know who people is for real. You
I
just
hear
never
you,
know.
I hear you.
You could be a whole CIA agent. You could be a whole black ops.
I did work in California. I did work with East Bay Sanctuary when we were bringing Salvadorans in. So I ran a safe house. I created the shelter for homeless in Palo Alto, in the city of Palo Alto, which is part of Silicon Valley.
Who funded it? Who gave? How you get the funding to it? Who funded it?
During churches that perform something called the Urban Ministry of Palo Alto. I was on the board in 1991. They wouldn't let us build a shelter anywhere. And what we did was we used the law and said they had to give us a temporary use permit. And we went to 12 churches. And we all simultaneously put a permit in each month. We rotated the shelter. It's still working that way.
So why did they specifically target churches? What was the whole outreach for that?
Because the city didn't want to do it because there was a lot of pressure from NIMBYism. You know what NIMBYism is? Not in my
heard of it.
backyard. Right?
heard of
So we wanted to build a shelter and they would say not in my backyard and every neighborhood didn't want it. But the churches were preaching that we should take care of people, right?
Right.
So then we went to the churches and said, well, why don't we go together to the city because the church has a provision in the charter of the city that they're a special emergency provider. So by the charter of the city, they could not deny a temporary use permit. It's only for 1 month. It's called a temporary use permit. You can exercise it once a year. So we've been doing that for 30 years, right?
Yeah, but with permits, man, you got to get approval to get permits. Like if I want a permit to actually say if I want to have a vendor, yeah, that's
And there's fighting like that going all over the place. We're trying, but that's what we got. That's where we're at.
That's why we tramped this place down, because that should just be a given. All of this land was stolen, but they didn't want to act like not in my backyard, like they don't want to help nobody out who's poor. But that's against the scripture.
You know what I was telling somebody? I looked out the window and I saw that flag, right? And I go in and I just out of curiosity look up the Missouri flag, and there's a phrase in Latin in there. You know what the phrase says? I've now asked a whole bunch of Missourians. Nobody knows what the Latin phrase says.
and that flag right there.
In the flag of Missouri, right there, that flag.
What's the Latin phrase?
The Latin phrase says something like "Salus populi suprema lex esto." Okay? And I said, what the hell is that? So I go to Google and I Google that. You know what that means? Public health should be the supreme law.
Well,
Okay?
over everything,
Yeah.
somehow, so don't. but we still got people watching on YouTube, so we still got to bring it.
Watching.
They watching you,
Yeah,
but
you
we still
famous,
got to
man.
we still got to teach to them.
Yeah.
So in all things, we got to bring out Bible scripture and what we saying to keep it edifying, because we got people watching.
Let me read this real quick.
With me.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15,
I'll read it with you.
verse 7. It says, if there be among you any, Salaki, if there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates, thy land which the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thine heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother, which is the opposite of the not in my backyard policy. Because they came in and steal land, all right, and then the people you steal it from, you act like they ain't got no rights to be here, man. Renaming things, see?
That's what they did during the time of the Spanish Inquisition. When they sent the platoon over here, they basically colonized the Native Americans, put them to death, stole the wealth, and then they built up a judicial system here.
Right.
Technically, this land is being occupied illegally, so when they have that illegal immigrants, for one thing, they're not illegal. They have right to this land. You set up your jurisdiction on a land that was not yours. So where's the recompense for that?
That's right.
Y'all are
The
global
urban ministry that I belonged in was led by a minister of a Congregationalist church, and he would cite the scripture to everybody and say, look, what are we talking about?
That don't mean you was a righteous man, though. A lot of people know scriptures.
Yeah. And this is a wicked kingdom, and it has to be destroyed. Matter of fact,
It's a
y'all
wicked
was
what?
this is a wicked kingdom.
What do you mean by that?
This is an evil kingdom.
Okay.
All right, this is evil. I'll explain. Give me a favor. Get that in Numbers when the Lord said that the land of the blood who shed must be shed by the one who took it, roughly paraphrasing.
I got one for you.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 12, verse 5. It says, for the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I rise, said the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. So it say from the oppression of the poor. And that's all you experience here being a black, Hispanic, Native American man. That's why, guys like my man Tomas, he here to deal with mental health. But hey, the ultimate mental stressor is poverty, man. And guess what? There's systems in place here in America that keep certain people at a certain poverty line, man. You can't break past that. And in order to do so, you have to do some wicked things. Like what? Sell drugs.
Right.
You gotta sell your soul. You gotta do unspeakable acts behind closed doors. You from California, you know how it goes in Hollywood, man.
Well, you even got to get a license and permission to grow your own food here. So it goes deeper than just leaving you to rot. They're actively trying to keep you at a certain level of poverty. See, there should be no reason why you got to go through. If you own land, you got to go ask somebody else for permission to grow something on it.
Yeah. They got something they call the debt class ceiling. It's like imagine playing a video game and you unplug one controller, but the person that's playing the second controller doesn't realize it's unplugged, so you totally losing the fight. Right. That's how it is for these people on this sign, man. So when you own a house, and this is why you can never truly own the land, because they don't give you the deeds to the land. Then they put you on a plot of land. A plot is not even a third of an acre, man. That's literally like a backyard and a side pathway, and then it's another house. You're supposed to have land so you can grow your food, so you can get wealthy, so you can take care of your family and your establishments. But see, the problem is with corporations. They found out that they can capitalize on people and make this wealth off people's slavery and principle, man. This is why you have Fortune 500 companies, which comes out of slavery, by the way, because even you got insurance companies like, not Lehman Sachs, but you got insurance companies, man, that broke off and gave apologies to these people because they said that we started our foundations off the backs of Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Yeah. Well, I'm like, if you were truly sorry about that, then let me get a fucking free insurance policy.
Right.
Why am I paying a lot of money a month for some insurance that ain't gonna cover me anyway if something happens?
Yeah, like Edna goes back to the early 1800s. Yeah. Goes back to insurance slaves.
Well, you can see in the work that, for example, the Mental Health Fund is doing, that you're beginning to talk about what you're talking about, which is at the root of a lot of mental health problems with poverty. It's nothing else. And even people who have some mental health, it gets exacerbated with poverty. It makes it gets worse. Because you're on the street, you don't have a place to go. I've seen homeless people around here every trip that I make. I see them in California, by the way, all over the place. Now they're trying to chase them into a place that doesn't exist, that doesn't give them shelter.
Well, another help of a mental crisis is when you got a woman that says she's a man. That's mental health. That's literally mental health because I mean look at these people around here. You got men walking around like women, women walking around like they men. You got certain policies that's set up to destroy people's minds. Like, okay, prime example. If I stop the dog's ability from being able to bark at an intruder, then what good is the dog? So when you pass laws and you protect certain classes of people to make them this particular way and they're not that way, then what's the benefit of them? They're going to defect, man.
Yeah.
It's like a toy that doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, those people are going to grow to take more from society than they had.
Yeah.
All right, they're going to end up on the streets. They're going to end up. A lot of these people that transition, a lot of them got drug problems. And it's all related. See, demons work together, man. Esau knows this. You know, he starts with poverty. But see, poverty has a whole heap of demons that comes along with it, man. You got an adultery demon, the eye evil towards your brother. You know, one brother gets some new tires on his joint. You mad at him? All of that's related. It's all related, man. You see, drugs. That's another demon that jumps on you, man. Wanting to escape all the time, wanting to not be sober. It's all related. See, Esau knows what he's doing by shoehorning us into the poverty class. Let me read this real quick. This is Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 8. It says, "But thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him, and thou shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need, and that which he wanted."
Right. So like let's just say if you got a lake house, let's see if you got let's just say if you got 2,000 acres of land, you ain't hurting me. You can give a brother like, hey brother. Say if you got 2,000 acres of land and you got a man that's poor, give him some money. You can run him 100 acres of land, man. All right, man. Yes, sir. You know, you could give him 80 acres of land and some food because you got the money.
Yeah.
Now, shit, we all poor and broke. And the reason why I went up there and I kind of stopped it because I was like, I saw you gave the page out, and one thing, he tried to wiggle his way in and said that he was mono, but he said he's a white. I'm like, he's an Edomite, man. Yeah, you live. That's what I said. What's your father? You see, that's that sport tongue shit.
Yeah.
You know. So prime example, hey, look. They ain't truly trying to learn. They don't need our information for what? So they can send this bunch of demons and weirdos to come fuck with us more? Nah, man. Y'all gonna give out pages, run it up, delegate it first. Don't just give out them pages because you don't know what these guys' intentions are, man. You know, you don't know his intention. Why you coming up here talking? Why you just didn't come to the head? Why you just didn't stop here and talk? See, you got to pay attention to when these guys come up, man. They come up with name. We ain't saying he was on bullshit, but what's your purpose? What do you talk to us about mental health for? We already know about mental health. This fucking place is sick. That's why the Lord is gonna burn it. But what's your whole reason for being up here?
Right.
You know, are you trying to spy? Are you a fucking spy? What are you? What's your purpose? Right. Clearly, you ain't trying to. You ain't dealing with Jake, so what's the point?
Right. I'm gonna read verse 8 out of here with that shit, man.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 8. "But thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him, and thou shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need in that which he wanted." You know, and like the brother was saying earlier about the firstborn getting the inheritance, this would apply to him. All right, because you might have brothers, but the inheritance goes to the firstborn. Well, the firstborn can't just take the whole inheritance and say, "Oh, fuck the rest of y'all, my brothers." You know, the father gave me the blessing, therefore I'm getting all of the sheep, I'm getting all of the land, the oxen, and y'all rest of y'all can kick rocks. No, that's against the scriptures.
Jake do that though. Jake
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
I got a quick story. My mother, my grandparents, they was talking about it. We had a farm down in Tennessee that every immediate member and their kids, we get up to like 5-6 acres of land apiece. Big land down there. Cause you know, our grandpa, they had land down south. We was able to do, we wanted to do what I 5 acres of land, you can make a lot of money off that. You know? Yeah. So this nigga, my cousin, what he did was he burned down a whole goddamn farm and claimed all the insurance money from himself, but he denied it. You know what I'm saying? But yet, this dude ain't worked a job since the mid-90s, but it's 2024. So my question is, you burning down our land and you got the insurance money, what was the purpose? He didn't set that inheritance upon the family like he was supposed to, which is against the scriptures, man.
Right.
That's some nigga shit.
Yeah. Nah.
Because 4 acres of land, you can make more wealth off that.
Yeah. Land is ever yielding, man. Every year you can make new crops. Every year you can produce new chickens and sell them off. You see, that's why Esau, he uses the sword to do what? Take land. You know?
You got more on that?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 9. It says, beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying, the 7th year, the year of release is at hand. See, so if your brother owes money, all right, and he can't pay it back, he's supposed to go in debt to you, but you cannot exceed 7 years. You see, if he can't pay it back in 7 years, you got to forgive that debt, man.
Jubilee.
Called a Jubilee.
Yeah, well, the Jubilee would be like the 50 year, because you got 7 years of personal servitude, but in 50 year, that's for the whole land. It resets all of the debt. It goes back to whoever the firstborns are.
Which is something that needs to be applied here in Babylon, man.
Well, technically, Esau, he's supposed to do that. Now, this is the catch to it. Those shit fall off your credit report at a certain time, but your score remains the same for the most part, unless you challenge it.
Right.
After 7 years, this is why they said if you filed a bankruptcy, you can't file another one for another 10-some plus years. But wait a minute, man. You're supposed to have a bankruptcy by default. If this person gets in debt, after 7 years, you're supposed to wipe the fucking debt away, man. Yeah.
But that 7 years is the year of release. And the Jubilee is it's 7 years of release, basically. You know? So, but Esau don't care, man. All right? You could drop dead, and guess what? Your seed got to pay off that debt.
Yeah.
You know? And it says, and thine eye be evil against thy poor brother, and thou givest him not, and he cry unto the Lord Yahweh against thee, and it be sin unto thee.
Right, because like we say, at the 7th year, you don't. Once a Hebrew works for you, you don't let him go empty-handed. You leave him off with a care package, man.
Right.
Either you give him some sheep, some flocks, some shekels.
Yeah.
But if a man already supposed, if he already serving you at 7 years, you don't get a nigga a $25 gift card, man.
Right.
You hook him up, man, so he can have his own stuff. And he can be a self-sustaining man.
Yeah, right.
You don't keep an Israelite in constant servitude.
Yeah,
That's the point, man.
Right.
It's called a righteous 401k plan.
Yeah.
Esau gets you with this 401k shit that if you withdraw from it early, you get a 20% penalty.
Right.
Say, man, if you need an emergency $400 and you take it out of your 401k, your IRA or whatever, he'll charge you on that shit. And then if you leave the job, then altogether they can just do away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Wait a minute,
Jacob and LeBron.
Yeah, like wait a minute, man. Who the fuck wants to work 50, 60 years just to get a couple of FRNs? That's bullshit. But like what the brother was going into, after your servant works for you, you set him up, you give him a care package, man.
Right.
You give him sheep, you give him oxen, you give him whatever he needs, so he can start his legacy. Because ultimately he's working for you to become self-sufficient. Because he may want to have a family. He may want to teach his son a trade. He may want to marry his daughter off to somebody of understanding, man.
Yeah.
See, the scriptures break it down on how to deal with each other, man. But Esau, he comes in and perverts it.
Yeah. If you want to do that, you can go the route of a hireling, which you will pay him a wage. You see, a wage is supposed to be for a man that do contract work, and you pay him at the end of that day. Then you ain't got to worry about giving them a stop. But see, if that's your brother, that's supposed to be the natural order of things. He's your blood, man.
Right.
You can hire a heathen to watch over some sheep. You know?
Man, appreciate it.
Yeah, but Leviticus 19, because they're going in tandem with that. Leviticus 19 and 13. Thou should not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him the wages of him that is hired, and should not abide with thee all night until the morning. But the point is, you're not supposed to defraud your neighbor. This is a fraudulent-based system, man.
Right.
From working a 9 to 5, the fact that you have to wait 2 to 3 weeks to get a paycheck, that's the fraud. That's fraudulent right there. Because you have what they call fractional reserve banking. So technically, the money that you work for, it's not even in the account. Like the money you got deposited in your bank account, that shit ain't in there. It ain't in there. If you go deposit $100,000 right now in your bank account, they're gonna take that and they're gonna loan it out to the Pentagon or to the government to fund the fucking wars, man. Your money ain't gonna be in there. This is why when people go in there bugging out that they can't get their money, they ain't got the money in the bank, man. They don't hold cash, like they ain't got it in there.
You see numbers on the screen.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a big Ponzi scheme, man.
You can put your shit in there, but try to get 30 bands out, they gonna call the feds on your ass,
Yeah,
man.
let me see your ID,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Right.
Where you get this money from?
I had one.
Go ahead, brother.
Sirach chapter 40, verse 24. Brethren and help are against time of trouble, but alms shall deliver more than them both. Gold and silver maketh the foot stand sure, but counsel is esteemed above them both. Right? Gold and silver, like we saying, money ain't necessarily wicked, man. It's not wicked to have money in your bank account to be able to do things.
No.
But money comes with temptations. You see, because you have access to certain things. You have access to fine-ass women. You got access to parties and upper echelon members of society. But what comes with that is sin, man.
Yeah.
So you see, when it, like read again, Sirach 40:25, gold and silver make the foot stand sure, but counsel is esteemed above them both. Because what do they say when a young nigga get money? Oh, you gotta hire somebody to keep it with you, man. Wealth managers.
Yeah.
You see, because Jake, as bro say, when they get money, they trying to find the Ferraris, they trying to find the Lamborghinis, they trying to go to Miami and spend it on thoughts, man.
Yeah, they trying to stunt.
But you need counsel to make shit progressive, man.
But it's so fucked up though because like, hey, Mike Tyson was getting robbed blind.
Yeah.
And another thing too, with you Jakes that is in the entertainment world, a lot of times, man, y'all become famous. Y'all hire people, man, that just take advantage of y'all, and they do that because they know y'all don't hire the business.
Yeah.
They know you don't understand the business. What you do, honestly speaking, you get two Jewish lawyers. You get them to look over your paperwork, get an accountant. And you see the difference, man. You put them against each other and you see the difference. And that way you can determine the outcome. Don't hire your mama to be your accountant. Don't hire your cousins. Don't hire because they're going to get your ass too.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
Bottom line is it's hard to find anybody to trust in this world because they want to take advantage of you, man.
Yep.
Which is part of the curses. But going back to what the brother said, this is Ecclesiastes 7:12. For wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. So money is technically needed because, I mean, prime example, you need money in order to live. Shit, it takes money to make money. Maintain vehicles, camera, equipment, clothes, food, you know, whatever you may need, it all takes money to do so. But peep this, it says, but the ecstasy of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So having money, you gotta have wisdom with it. Most Jakes blow their money because they don't have nobody to teach them what to do with it, man. You don't take $100 million and buy 50 fucking cars, man. Hell wrong with you, bro. Yeah, you got it, bro.
One more verse, Sirach 40:25. Gold and silver make the foot stand sure, but counsel is esteemed above them both. Riches and strength lift up the heart, but the fear of the Lord is above them both. There is no one in the fear of the Lord, and it seeketh not help. So we say riches and strength lift up the heart, but the fear of the Lord is above them both. Going right back what that brother said, man. What's the point of having all this money if you ain't got the wisdom to get it? That's why the Lord got us in a low position now as far as worldly, financially, but on the spiritual level, we on high regard, man.
Right,
so
right.
once our physical status matches our spiritual status, shit.
Yeah, hey, that's why I say fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You know, that's why I said that. And a lot of Jakes, the inverse of fear of the Lord is what? Pride. And that's the first demon that hits a nigga that got paid, man. The first demon that hit him is pride, man. Give Jake $10 million, man.
Yep.
A little bit more.
Bring it out, bro. You still holding something in Salaki, brother. You bring it out, y'all, something, you go, then I'll go.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 18, verse 11. I'll start verse 10. It says, if he beget a son that is a robber, a shedder of blood, and that doeth the like to any one of these things, and doeth not any of those duties, but even hath eaten upon the mountains and defiled his neighbor's wife, hath oppressed the poor and needy, hath spoiled by violence, hath not restored the pledge, and hath lifted up his eyes to the idols, hath committed abomination, hath given forth upon usury, and hath taken increase. Shall he then live? He shall not live. He hath done all these abominations, he shall surely die, his blood shall be upon him. So he's going to pay for this usury that he's doing, man. He said he shall surely die. The blood's going to be upon him. So it's just a matter of time for the Lord to take out this damn devil, man.
Yeah.
And that's why we've seen this place crumble the way it is.
That's right. Esau did he checked off every box in that list the brother just read, man. He used to following women, man. You know, taking land that wasn't his. You know?
reset real quick? That's up. Oh, yo, Slock, you got it, John. My bad, brother.
Book of Hosea chapter 4 in relation to what y'all was saying. Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also will reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children.
Yeah, because one thing they want you to know is wealth management. Wealth management. You ain't supposed to just get millions of dollars and then buy shit you can't make money off of. That's why they have that saying in the world. You gotta let your money make you more money. So in the kingdom, you got all these shekels of gold. You ain't just gonna let it sit in the fucking basement. Even with the truth. What y'all was y'all say? Don't you know I require mine with usury?
Usury.
You gotta use the truth, man.
You gotta flip it.
The same thing when we get our status in the kingdom. Yeah. We gonna be investing in other brothers, man. Yeah, and right. Guess what? Everything gonna hit. Right. Brother got the record business, we gonna put money in that. Brother got the clothing line, we gonna put money in that. Brother got the jewelry business going, we gonna put money in that, man. Yeah. Even cause being real, we ain't gonna need money. Right. But we just gonna be in such a probable position that everything gonna win, man.
Yeah. Anything that's alive, that's unfruitful, it's irritating, man. If you're a living thing, every living thing should have the ability to reproduce or replicate itself. That's why Yahweh, when he saw the tree, the fig tree didn't produce any fruit, he cursed it, man. It's like, so what good are you being a tree? You got leaves, you got branches, and you don't produce no damn fruit, man. You see, that's why the Lord gave it. That's a commandment to be fruitful and multiply. You see, anything alive is supposed to maintain life through reproduction, replication.
See? In Proverbs 22:16, it says, he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to the want. That's why we all in poverty. That's why we all broke. You know, we give to the rich all the time. They say the rich stay rich because they borrow money from the poor. Wait a minute, man. How the hell are you rich and borrowing money from a motherfucker that ain't got no money? And then turn the tables on him.
Right. Well, he does it through labor.
Yeah, I'm going to read that again. It says, he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Now, like we went into earlier, you have what they call a credit-based system. All the money, the bills, like technically, should nobody be paying no motherfucking light bill. Light bills and shit like that, those are privately owned corporations, man. Somebody owns Evergy. Somebody owns Casey or same shit. Somebody owns, what's the other one? Spire. You know what I'm saying? Somebody owns these institutions. So when you're paying an energy bill every month for something that you naturally give, that the earth naturally gives, you're going to always come to want, man. It's fucking crazy, man. And this is why everybody is complaining. You see mainly Edomites complaining about, oh, we have no money to sustain ourselves. We have to make more money in order to pay our bills. It's because you Americans have lived a very proverbial lifestyle, man. Right. You know? Right. You don't know how to live according to your means because you put your faith in uncertain riches. Like the scriptures say, trust not in uncertain riches. Okay? That's why you would never get rich on a 9-to-5 job, man.
Hell no. Hell no. And that's what the brother said about people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge. Because when you go to public school, man, they're there to train you, man. They're there to train you to work those 9-to-5 jobs. You're not going to learn wealth management. You're not going to learn the value of a dollar going to goddamn public school. You're going to learn how to clock in and clock out and mind your business and don't offend the momos, man. That's what you're going to learn in school. And that's why your ass is going to always be broke, man. That's why there's no hope here. You see? They confound your single mother, drops you off, she's getting rotted at work, you come home, you got a demon on her, you don't know who your father is. They're indoctrinating you with this nonsense, man.
Right. The only way to escape that is through the truth.
Right. So of course you're gonna grow up poor.
You gotta have a realization that all this fucking money don't matter. All this shit I'm stretching out is least important when it comes to the Most High, man. See, that's why we brought out that scripture and say, set your affection on things above, man. Because every time you turn on rap music, what is it about? Getting money. Getting bitches. Right. Being that nigga, man. When you read the scripture, what does it tell you? Be humble. Yeah. Be okay with your situation. And hey, ultimately have faith and look for the kingdom, man.
Well, this is the book of 1 Timothy 6:17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor to trust in uncertain riches.
A U.S. dollar is an uncertain rich. That's a fucking fiat currency, man. Credit doesn't exist, man. It's not real. You people that bought into a credit-based system, and now you in debt, man. We all bought into it because by default, this is what, you know, when, what's this guy's name? Nixon, when he took the dollar off the gold standard back in the 70s. Yeah, that's when he basically, when they established the Federal Reserve back in 1913, that's when they really sold your ass out.
Right.
Because from that point of being, they already knew that they was going to come up with a fiat currency and to make this a credit-based system. Because when you go into the Federal Reserve, it's a private-owned bank by a small group of elites, man.
Yeah. That's how they got people to take their physical gold and bring it to those banks.
Yeah.
And say, listen, we represent you with this piece of paper here.
A banknote to say you have this
Right.
in the bank, to the point that the banknote ain't even worth anything no more. Because you should be able to take the money in your pocket is basically a note saying, I have this in the bank. If you got $500, which dollar goes into measurement, that means that you have X amount of pounds of silver in the bank. So you should be able to take that $500 federal certificate, because it was not called always a note. It was called a certificate. I actually got one at the crib. It's an actual real dollar, a silver certificate. You take that and say, well, look, I want 5 pounds of silver. So what you do, you give them that note, and they give you your silver. But wait a minute, man. Why the fuck am I using my hard-earned money to get silver when I already should have it in the bank?
Yeah.
There's witchcraft behind you, man.
Exactly.
Because a nigga with $500,000 in the bank will look at you with only $5 and think that he's better than you.
Yeah, you got $500,000 worth of fucking toilet paper.
Yep.
Right.
Because what's gonna happen when this society collapses, brother? They gonna burn that money to keep warm.
Yeah.
Research the old Weimar Republic when they was literally taking trash barrels of money, they was dumping that shit in the street and they was burning it because it wasn't worth anything, man.
Right. That's right.
I had a vision of that a few months ago. I seen that in a dream, man.
But
Yeah, it was heavy. It was like inside this building. It was all these people were like in a FEMA camp type thing. They're all in there. They're all prisoners, but it was so twisted because they're all smiling. That movie Smile, that scary movie. They had that smirk on their face. They all had that smirk. And they're all chanting and waving and shit. And they were eating the fucking money. They were burning it. There was multiple levels of it. But they were happy being in there with the shit burning because that's the mindset of the people.
dollar sign, nigga, put a stack of honey between some goddamn white bread and put some hot sauce on that shit and bite it, man. Because the Lord said you're gonna eat your idols out here. That money is a fucking idol, man.
Yeah, it's not worth nothing. He got you fighting with things that are worthless, man. That's why it ain't gonna be nothing to get y'all in the metaverse, collecting experience points in virtual reality. Y'all gonna be fighting over that.
But it says they be not high-minded to trust in uncertain riches, but the living power who give us richly all things to enjoy. So we supposed to enjoy the earth. We're supposed to enjoy the fruits of our labor. We're supposed to enjoy the oceans, enjoy the women, enjoy our kids, enjoy each other, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, this ain't living. Look, when we get in the kingdom, brothers, when we reflect back on this, you're going to be like, wow, we was really in hell.
Yeah.
Because everything that we live in now is going to be polar opposite in the kingdom.
Right.
From the way we dress, the way we eat, the way structured. Bro, do you know that in the black family, they argue against the men eating first?
Man,
In the black family, you know what Keisha feed them little nigglets first, man? You the man in the house, you supposed to come in and have your plate, your table already ready. And in certain cultures, they will sit behind the man and make sure he's eating, and they don't even touch their food until he eats first. Because it's to say if that man gets famished, he gets sick and die from starvation, then how he's gonna provide for the fucking family, man? But you got these bitches out here talking about how we getting our own money. Shut up, bitch. You don't know what fucking money is, man.
right.
Wiggling your funky ass toes and showing your titties in front of a fucking camera ain't getting money. That's called being a prostitute, you dumb bitch.
Right.
Can you read that part again? Not where you say you get home.
It says, but the living power who gives us richly all things to enjoy.
Yeah, because things that are that are satisfying to this world, you necessarily don't need money to achieve, man. Because we social beings. We all like to be a part of something. The brotherhood, it don't cost you nothing, man.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we want to pay tights and take care of our elders, but brothers ain't saying, hey, you want to watch the fight? Well, I'm going to need $25 off. Brothers ain't saying that. What is another thing? Comfort.
You got niggas
putting their cash out and selling clothes, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta pay a startup kit.
Yeah. But you know, hey, we ain't charge brothers to kick it with us, you know. Another thing, comfort, man. Because to the world, okay, I gotta buy this bag of coke to feel comfortable. I gotta buy this car to feel comfortable. I gotta pay this bitch for some pussy to feel comfortable. Well, hey, the scripture is free. That's where your real comfort is. Your joy, your peace, your comfort, it comes in the Bible, man. But you gotta be a spiritual man to be satisfied with things on the spirit, because carnal people are satisfied with this carnal shit in front of them, man.
Right, man. If I could, to back you up, I go back to the Job 42 real quick, at the very end. This is Job 42 and 16, and it says, after this lived Job 140 years, and saw his sons and his sons' sons, even 4 generations. So Job died being old and full of his days. And see, that's a real blessing right there, man. So we read before he got all of the physical substance, but what was the other blessing? The fact that he had this, he lived his house, he could saw his kids, man. He saw 4 generations. That's another thing, like the brother just said, man. You see? So it ain't just about the wealth, the cattle, and access to all of that, man. It's being able to watch your kids grow up, multiple generations, and that's a blessing, man.
But all that wouldn't have happened if Job wasn't a man of the Most High, man.
That's right.
If Job was a wicked nigga, he would have cursed the Most High and died at that very instant when everything got taken away.
That's right. That's right. And don't you know the Lord gave Job another 140 years on the earth just so he could see that? You see? And we gonna get that infinitely, man. You know? Imagine seeing 1,000 generations of your lineage, man.
Well, that's how the Rothschilds live, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Job 30 and 2. It reads, it says, matter of fact, there's one, I think it's 15 when it says basically that their houses are safe from fear. It may be Job, it ain't the 15th chapter, maybe 16. But it goes into how they go down into the graves at old age.
Job 21 and 9.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Job chapter 20.
Click on it and go up.
Job chapter 21, starting at verse 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power.
Right. Now, when you look at the Rothschilds, hey, they ain't never worked a day in their life, brother. You think Jacob or Evelyn, you think any of them devils ever shovel their front lawn? Then they walk around with banknotes in their pocket? Hell no. You think this guy, what's this guy's David D. Rothschild? You think he's making his own food? Think he's making his own bed? Hell no, they ain't doing none of that. They don't know what it's like to punch a clock, bro. That's how you know that this is their blessing on this side. Because we're supposed to enjoy our lives, bro. The earth is made to be enjoyed, man.
They kind of low-key made mockery of that in that movie, in the opening scene of that movie, Coming to America. You know, everybody remembers that famous scene where it's just the day of him waking up, man. He had servants everywhere, man. He woke up, a nigga brushing his teeth, he take a bath, there's some bitches in there bathing him.
And this dumb nigga want to go to fucking and get a whore, man.
Right.
Queens, bro.
Right. See, Jake got excited about that, man. Not a nigga with a money phone to his ear on Instagram. You know, flex.
Shit, if I ain't never had to work at a McDonald's in my life, I wouldn't be mad. This nigga want to sweep floors at McDonald's and shit. But that show the mentality of a nigga though, because Jake is naturally royalty, but they choose to be slaves. Well, they don't choose to be, but they like being slaves.
Right.
That dude coming to America, he subjugated himself. And that was really a play on the truth, because the woman was fucking dirty, and he came to America and he was a goddamn bum, man.
Yeah.
His father came over there like, the fuck is you doing? He
Right.
said, you got a bitch that bark at your beck and call, you want to get this hoe from the 3rd floor. Like, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah. King
not a
Joffrey
most
rolled up. He said, where the rose petals at, man? What you doing here?
His father was mad at
He
him.
mad as
Like,
hell. Like, you live here? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? He sent you to find the queen. And this is Job chapter 21, verse 8. It says, their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes.
Yeah, because they got these trust funds, man.
Trust
You know,
fund
here
babies.
they go. Here they
Trust
go.
fund babies, but
You
y'all
ain't did-
stole that shit. Bunch
Right.
of fucking devils.
You ain't did no manual labor in your life, but as soon as your old ass racist ass grandpa die, you become a fucking millionaire.
Right.
You say their seed is established. That's established. That bread is already there for them, no matter how bad of a fuck up they are in life.
Yeah. Yep.
The only thing a white boy want to do is fucking pop pills, snort coke, and mess with little boys.
Yeah.
That's all you want to do.
I'm complete degenerate, man.
Esau don't even understand wealth.
Hell no.
Because these crackers got money, but they understood wealth. They wouldn't be living in no goddamn America, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, man. Drive overseas and get some followers back there.
Verse 9, it says, their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of the Most High upon them.
Yeah, brother, they not living in, that's horrible. They're not living in O-Block, man. All right, they ain't got to sell a B&B in O-Block for $1 a night.
Parkway Garden.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They live in the most extravagant mansions to a point a nigga ain't even gonna think twice. A nigga know he's not invited over there, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's so weird. Let's just say, right? You got, let's say if you had a mansion right here, right? They have all the wealth and goods, and then you had a chicken shack right here. A nigga robbed a chicken shack, but the wealth is in the mansion. Why don't you just go there and take it? Why would you rob the nigga ain't got nothing, man?
Yeah.
See, and that's the mentality of Jake. Jake ain't gonna take that bullshit to War Parkway. The mansions and shit over there, Jake ain't going over there, man.
Nope.
Jake ain't going out to Lee Summit and kicking in doors right now. But they go to Truce and do that shit. And they will rob a nigga they know they ain't got no money.
They'll do that shit in Grandview all day.
Yeah.
Lee Summit, oh no. Well, that's because, hey, the Lord put that spiritual boundary on. But eventually, he about to take that shit away, man.
Hey, brother, you remember we did the video in the car? They took it down. We showed the disparities in the wealth gap between Kansas City. They called the red line. Truce going east, poverty. Go back west, that's when the property value goes up.
Yep.
Just like that.
Night and day.
Because they price niggas out, man.
Right.
The average middle class house over there on Warner, that shit going for $500,000 now, bro. Ain't no nigga got that kind of money.
Yo. I'm going to read verse 10. It says, their bull gendereth and faileth not, their cow calveth and casteth not her calf. Now that's talking about the livestock, but that really goes into all of his businesses just being fruitful, man. And 'cause Esau, he got the blessing. You could talk to some of these Edomites, man, ask them how they got their money. He's like, oh man, I just sold paper clips. Nigga got multi-million-dollar contract to sell paper clips, man. Literally don't matter what the business model is, he gonna get paid off of that shit. Why? Because it's all set up for him, man. You know, this is his kingdom. Meanwhile, you could have a genius idea, have it all planned out, a great business plan. That shit gonna fail right off the jump, man.
But they gonna take it and make more money.
Right.
Hey,
They gonna give you 10%. You know,
bro, the McDonald brothers that started that franchise back in the 40s and 50s, it started off as a private, like just like a regular hamburger spot.
yeah.
You know, Amalekite came to them and said, this recipe, we want to buy it from you. And Esau sold them on the fact that they just wanted to buy the recipe. See, one thing about Amalek understands numbers. He understands wealth to some degree. So he calculated, he said, man, this recipe, this could become a worldwide corporation. So he gave him a couple of dollars for it. And then the dude came back years later, was like, fuck, I should have sold my idea because that could have been me.
Yeah.
They didn't tell him that. They didn't say that they was looking at a multinational facet of a corporation.
Yeah.
They just wanted to buy his ass out and steal his idea.
Right.
Yeah, so if you don't know what you got, Amalek can swindle your ass, man.
Right.
So will.
That's why a lot of these rappers, they figuring out that you can get more money being independent instead of trying to sign on these labels, man.
Yeah, fuck a record label.
Yeah.
They gonna make you go to a Diddy party and they gonna take all your money.
Right.
That's straight slavery, bro.
Right. But that's why they choose pure niggas that they know are not gonna rebel. That's how you see these untalented jakes getting put on, like Sexy Red. Because they want somebody that ain't gonna be rebellious to their agenda.
Yeah, that's just a disgusting bitch. They just grabbed her off the fucking street and say, look, you want to make a couple of dollars?
Yeah.
Let's shake your ass. Because that's all the fuck she can do.
I'm gonna skip down to verse 13. It says they spend their wealth, they spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. Therefore they say unto the Most High, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways.
Right, 'cause they don't need the Most High.
Right.
Nigga, I ain't spent 0 hours on a fucking yacht, man.
Yeah.
But these Edomites do.
Right. Right.
But when they live like that, you going to yacht parties, you hanging out on rooftops, you driving $100,000 cars. What need do you have for the Most High, man? Because you ain't praying to God to help you get enough money to pay your light bill. You You ain't praying to God to help get your woman in order. Because for the Edomites, life different for them, man. So in their eyes, why do I need God? I'm already lit.
God, it says right here, verse 15, what is the Almighty that we should serve him?
Right.
And what profit should we have if we pray unto him?
I'm already rich. Why do I need to pray, man?
You know that same shit rub off on Jake, man. Jake gets some money. He think he ain't got to work for the Most High.
Nah.
Nigga, you don't have the blessing Esau got, man.
You're neck deep in the curses, man.
Yeah.
Like you sitting up here trying to figure out the IV deals of the week to fucking fill your stomach.
Wait on that steak night.
Yeah. All right, Friday through Saturday, I can get a steak dinner. Yeah, this man is on a yacht with all types of bad women, and you know, just this life is just ahead of him, man. But the good news is they getting ready to lose that. They getting ready to go from rags to riches, brothers. And I can picture it now when we get their ass and put them in slavery. I can imagine one of them. I'm Sir White Child. Do you know who you're dealing with? I'm like, man, you don't shut. I'm gonna slap the fucking. I'm gonna slap the spirit out of his ass, man.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna be trying to bribe you. Don't look like how much money. We just let bygones be bygones. Let's work together. You know, he gonna try to finagle his way out of slavery. We gonna put them chains on your ass and you going straight in slavery. Any of you Jakes that don't want to see that, then hey, the hell with you, man.
Yeah.
Right, talking about some fucking Ezekiel 38, man. Look, man.
Come on, bro.
Esau goes down as a unit, bro. All right, ain't gonna be no motherfucking Russians that's gonna be in power when Yahushua comes back. The Lord said when Yahushua comes back, the earth should tremble, man.
That's right.
Right.
I mean, you talking about the Russians. The Russians are Edomites, man. Whether they are holding the mantle or they're, look, at the end of the day, they're going down together.
Right.
Ezekiel 38, that's talking about all at a particular time is all going to happen simultaneously, man.
Right. Right.
You ain't gonna have the Russians ruling the goddamn thing.
Don't make no damn sense.
Because just because the America is destroyed, you're going to have all the nations in the Middle East fighting Yahushua, man. And they going to get taken out together.
Right.
Okay? It ain't predicated on land. It's about the people that's in power, man.
Right.
Scripture.
Go ahead, brother.
This is
And Hassad and Deacon, y'all, man, y'all, Most High ain't dealing with you, man. All right? Go ahead.
Colossians 1 verse 16. For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him. So Yahushua been waiting, you know, to us it's been thousands of years to get his rulership. You think he gonna give up more time for some fucking Edomites and he been waiting this long?
Right.
He already waiting to get America. Like, oh, hold on, we gotta let the Russians do their thing real. No, man.
Right.
The man is already impatient. The man is already pissed off, man.
Right. Right.
Precept, brother. If y'all got something, bring them out, man. Y'all brothers start.
You got
y'all-
one, brother?
Hey, look, man. Engage, man. You know what I'm saying? And get in. Jump in, engage, man. The apostles is up here, they be like, man, fuck y'all standing around y'all hands in y'all pocket, man. Say something. Y'all gotta be proactive in this thing, man. You can't just be sitting back with your hands in your fucking pockets, man. I know you bring out scriptures, get in the spirit of bringing out more scriptures. Bring out scriptures, man. Let's keep this, that's how you keep the spirit going. You know? But this is a precept. Revelation 1 and 7. And it says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they which also pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall well because of him. Even so, amen. So that scripture alone proves that ain't no Russians gonna be in power, because wait a minute, they gonna look at the Lord, they gonna get afraid, and then I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and fuck these niggas up more. Hell nah, man. It ain't going down like that. When Yahushua comes back, he's coming to subjugate all you nations, man.
That's right.
And he's gonna raise up his elect. We're gonna get our crowns, and we're gonna come back down to the earth, and that's when all the fun gonna begin. That's when we're gonna have those immortal bodies. We're gonna have that preeminence. We're gonna have the spiritual power. We're gonna be able to even offer motherfucker before he even think. We're gonna literally be creations of Yahweh Yahushua, because remember the Lord said that he made the Israelite man the image of his own immortality, man. So what the hell are these niggas talking about? Oh, well, they gonna rule. No, man. For a very small... you know why they did that shit, brother? Because they want contention, man. They always want to try to one-up somebody. Because what I realize about these dudes is that they don't care about winning souls. They just want to look better, or they want to cut somebody. That's all they want to do is cut people. Make you look like, oh, yeah, we confounded you, man.
answer this question.
Yeah, they're running a business, and it's not the Heavenly Father's business. That's the problem.
You got something, brother? Yeah, go ahead. You got something, brother? Come.
This is to the brother's point, which I was going into. Proverbs 11 and verse. So like Proverbs 11 and verse 4. This is Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 4. And it reads, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
Break it down, brother.
So basically, like the brother was saying, if you don't have the fear of the Lord, like a lot of the Jakes, and also to the nation of Esau Edom, your riches not going to profit. Okay? Because it said riches profit not in the day of wrath. And it's all about righteousness, man. It's all about returning back into the Heavenly Father for you Jakes and getting right. That's what true riches are, man.
Yeah.
Having the fear of the Lord and everything else going to come.
That's right, brother.
Yeah. That's right, man. We're about to go into an era where we ain't even got the concept of money. Like, money? What are you talking about? Money. You're literally going to go anywhere in the earth and do whatever you want, man. Do you need money, or is money just a means to do what you want? Money is a means to do what you want to do, man.
Where your passport at? Before you come over here.
Yeah, God. Gatekeeping, man. Like that, the whole. That's why we get so angry with you, Jake's so-called bag chasing demons on you, man. You know, this shit is so low level, man. We're literally about to inherit everlasting life, and nobody else gonna touch us, man. You literally not even gonna need money. You just be like, I want a fresh steak. I want that cow that's alive right now. Chop it up, bring it on my plate.
Yeah.
You're just gonna tell somebody to do that, and guess what? It's gonna be there, man. What the hell you need money for? You know?
You got it, brother. You got it.
This is book of Psalms 86 and 9. It says, all nations whom thou hast made shall come and worship before thee, O Yahweh, and shall glorify thy name. So that includes the Russians too. Now, what the fuck Hassad is even talking about? They all go into captivity and slavery, man. They all going to be forced to bow down.
That's right.
All the Arabs, all the East Indians, all the Chinese, the Japanese, and the scriptures talk about how they're going to be bringing us riches.
Yeah.
You know, they're not getting no type of clout in days to come. They all gonna fucking fall.
Hey.
Russia's gonna get lit too, man.
Hey, what's that scripture, brother? What is it? Jeremiah 60 was Isaiah 60 when it says that thy nurse should come and bow before thee. Yeah. They gonna come. They say they gonna bring us before the Gentiles, man.
Yeah.
So like, bro, it's gonna be so crazy, man. Like, you're gonna delegate your own shit. You're gonna have servants, jets, bro. It's gonna be so cool how you gonna do it. And the beautiful part about it is, it's gonna be naturally. You're gonna be able to naturally do it because you're gonna have that body, that spiritual power.
Yeah.
So running a business is gonna be almost effortless. You ain't gonna have to take business management in the kingdom because it's gonna already be downloaded into your program, man.
Yeah.
So you're gonna know how to run a business.
Right. All of creation, man. You ever wonder why plants are green? We don't know that. You know? All of it, man.
One more.
One more.
You got it, brother.
This is Daniel 7 and 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom
Sir.
and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
That's right.
Ever.
So who did say is gonna take the kingdom? The saints are, man.
Yeah.
Read that again, bro.
How you get around that?
This is Daniel 7 and 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Take the kingdom, man. We gonna take this. We gonna take this earth back, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a scripture in Wisdom of Solomon that said that he's made the creature his weapon. We the creature. Man, look, when Yahweh Shai say go, and this earth is huge, brothers, man. You can't think for one moment that, oh, this shit gonna get boring. Nah, bro, we gonna have shit to clean up. Because remember, you still gonna have nations on the planet Earth. Bro, they got AI, bro, I saw, I can't remember what country it was, but it was this AI robot literally doing martial arts. Like the shit they show in the movie, man. I mean, he throwing jabs, cross hooks, I mean, he fight. So we gonna have to fuck shit up like that, man. Yeah. I mean, we gonna put nations to flight. Yeah. When they see us flow, niggas, oh shit, the gods are here. They don't see us floating over that shit, man. Yeah. We gonna have fun. I'm gonna challenge one of you brothers. I'm like, hey, look, whoever can take the most people in 15 minutes, this is your shit. Go. Yeah, take that motherfucker. The scripture say we should be like sparks among the stubble, man. We gon', man, look, bro, I can't fucking wait, man.
Yeah. It's like Dragon Ball Z, that nigga Dr. Gero, he made them androids.
Yeah.
They were strong as hell, man, but you know.
They were stronger than his ass.
Yeah. Wow.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 22. It say, for as in Adam all die, even so in the anointed shall all be made alive.
Yes.
But every man in his own order, Hamashiach the first fruits, afterwards they that are Hamashiachs at his coming. Then cometh the end, when he shall deliver up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
Can't get around that.
Can't get around that.
And it says every man within his order. So Yahushai, King David, and the rest of the 12. Because King David is other 12, right? So you got David and the rest of the 11, and then everybody gonna get their inheritance, and we gonna delegate authority. That's why the Lord said, hey, you be thou faithful servant, you be ruler over 10 cities, man. And we gonna have slaves in the kingdom of heaven, man. We gonna have slaves.
Right.
Okay? We gotta have slaves, man, because I'm not building a motherfucking thing, man.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we built this place up. You think I want to work again for another 1,000 years? Hell nah, man. That's what we gonna have Esau for. And Esau gonna work, okay? He's gonna work. We going back to prehistoric age on your ass because look, ain't gonna be no motherfucking. You ain't gonna have access to Wi-Fi in the kingdom. You ain't gonna have no access to the human and Thoman. You ain't gonna have no access to that. You ain't gonna have no bulldozers. You gonna fucking work, man. All right? You gonna build shit hand in hand. You gonna build by brick, and we gonna have the most extravagant shit, man.
The hard way.
Yeah, we ain't putting up no 15-minute smart city. Your ass gonna work, man.
Right.
And after you done working, we gonna take your ass and we gonna round you up and we gonna exterminate you. Right?
Your car gonna be like Fred Flintstone. You still gonna have to walk your feet on the ground.
So ain't gonna have no car in the kingdom. He ain't gonna have shit. He ain't gonna have a pot to piss in. He ain't damn sure gonna have a window to throw it out of, man. He's going to piss in the earth. He's gonna be sleeping with the fucking ground moles, man. He's deserved every bit of hell that this devil deserves every bit of hell. He deserves no slacking. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High is even merciful for giving the piece of shit the Sabbath off. Because if I was the Most High, I'd be like, fuck you, nigga, the Sabbath don't exist for you. You work until you can't work no more. Because they beat Jake. You know what I'm saying? They beat the shit out of Jake, man.
Scriptures say there's no peace to the wicked.
No peace.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 30:10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, says Yahweh. Neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest. Key word is rest, man. You don't get no rest here. You don't get no fucking rest in America, man. Your rent is due, your bills due. All of a sudden somebody wants to sue you. Baby mama trauma, all types of shit. That's the minute bullshit we're talking about. It's not going to the health. They say the average person after you turn the age of 40, you are in the higher risk for colon cancer, man, if you a so-called Negro. So the fact that you got to worry about dying here. Your body stops working after a certain age, man. To the point, the Viagra shit stopped working if you got to take that. Who wants to live like that? You 30-year-old man, you can't even get your fucking dick
For
up.
your dick to
What the fuck, man?
That's hell.
Yeah, that's hell.
Hey, cause we see in Egypt, Jake was still pumping their women. That's how Jake was multiplying. They was getting their ass whipped, but they was still getting it in at night. How you gonna be in such hell that your dick don't even work?
Jake had that real cumin and turmeric, man.
Yeah.
They had that cayenne pepper. You take the cayenne pepper, throw in your shit, boy.
That shit hell.
You one of the fucking bowl, boy. Like, goddamn, Jake.
Hell no.
And it says that Jacob should return and should be in rest and be quiet, and none should make him afraid, man.
None.
None.
None. Not even afraid, man. Let alone you actually got the power to take us down. What are you niggas talking about, man? We're not even gonna be made afraid, man. You think another nation's gonna rise up and do somehow, man?
How's way.
I had the revelation.
Yeah, bring y'all last ones out. We'll wrap it up.
This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. All right, this is speaking about after we go up into the chariots and when our descent and we're coming back down. And it says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from our power out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Yeah.
So we're going to be in all of our glory, man. All right? And it says, verse 3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power.
And he said nothing about no fucking Russians.
Right. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death.
Yeah, and that's not talking about for all you heathens, because the precept to that is talking about the children of Israel.
That's right.
That very quote has been mentioned several times throughout the prophets, man.
Yep, Isaiah 25.
Yep.
And it says, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
That's right,
So
brother.
once we come down out of there, that is it, man. There ain't no more worries, man. Like that Lil Wayne song, I ain't got no worries.
I ain't got no right.
Bro, once we get beamed up, that's the moment of celebration right there. All right? Because once we come down, like Mufasa said, everything the light touches is your kingdom.
Well,
You
that's
know?
the scripture. The scripture say everywhere the sole of your foot touches, that's your land.
That's us,
As
man.
far as the eye can see.
You know? And that's the end right there. That's the 12th part right there. That's the culmination of it right there, man.
Yep. You got one more?
Yeah, brother.
Good.
This second Ezra chapter 7, verse 41. It said, even so now, seeing corruption is grown up, and wickedness is increased, and the righteousness have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. Therefore had they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for it to come, wherein corruption is past,
That's right.
and temperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that has gotten the victory. And hey, man, we just gonna end it on the same spirit the elder brought in the camp, man. Kansas City in specific, man. If you a weirdo nigga, fuck you, man. If you a sugar boy, a man, woman, child, it, thing, they, them, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
You a proud ass female, I don't care if you nigga women or Esau, fuck you, man. You looking at your future rulers of the earth, man. Regardless of how you see us, Lord willing we be the elect, we gonna get the victory over y'all motherfuckers, man.
We're going to come see y'all real soon.
That's right, man.
This is 2 Ezra 6 and 9 says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, hey, the new beginning's coming, man. We're looking at the end now. Jacob's about to be on top.
That's right, brother.
Starting with the elect, 144,000.
Hey, your woman want us, bro.
That's right, man.
That's the end. That shows you right there.
You know the stupid part, that deacon nigga, that precept is based on his new camp name. That's what he called it, right after that precept. When he has the nerve to bring out Ezekiel 30, talking about, you know, Russia gonna come back.
I think that was a publicity. So I think that breakout shit was some. I just feel like that was another way of them to try to be. I don't know. That's just kind of weird.
Look, either way, the Lord gonna deal with you niggas. If you're not of the elect, you're gonna get dealt with.
Yeah. Got one more, bro? Bring it out. We're ending it. Good. Good. But with that, we're going to close out and give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the whole elect. And with that, Shalom from Yasharallah.
Ball.
Ball.